All right, hey, how's it going, guys? It's been a long time. Welcome to the newest episode of Productive Procrastination. It's been a fucking long time. Sorry about that. I'm not that sorry. Um, yeah, no, geez, it's been like a fucking year. No, longer than a year. Yeah, I don't know why I fell off. Yeah, I don't know why. Laziness. I think the main reason why I fell off is that a lot of bars started opening up again. And I've just been like, enjoying going out. This was mainly for you know, uh, COVID shit, Sorry, I'm just putting my phone on silent. Um, yeah, because I couldn't go out. Um, I was bored. I needed something to do, something to look forward to do. Wasn't working that much, but now I'm working, not as much, but I'm working a good amount. I'm doing freelance working with my friend um, from college. Yeah, it's fun. Good money. The it's a little. There's seasons. You're not working constantly. It's freelance. So it's more of a yeah. Like you gotta save. You know, uh, which is fine. Right now it's the slow season, so I'm kind of just a little relaxing. I'm actually trying to find something else to scrounge up a little extra cash for the holidays. Um, that's not why I'm doing this. I don't get paid for this. I don't get paid for this at all. This is purely egoic, um, purely to stroke my own ego. Um, I think it was just more. I don't know. I felt like I could start this again. I had some free time. Trying not to go out as much. Um, just been going out like crazy. It's been fun though. Jeez, yeah, it has. It's like I think I said this like a long time ago in my earlier podcast. Is that once things started opening up again, it's gonna be wild. People are just gonna go buck wild, buck wheezy, and just fucking yeah, no, go nuts. It'll be like the roaring 20s. After the great that happened, that happened, right? Great Depression, and then no, what am I thinking? The flu? Yeah, I don't know. There was something happened a long time ago, and then something happened in the 20s, and then yeah, and then there was the roaring 20s because of all that bullshit of staying indoors and being cautious or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, it was great. I had a let's not focus on me. I'm using my Nikon. Nikon has better quality, but the autofocus on this camera is just it's whatever. It's good. It's good. I like it. Um, yeah, I had a lot of fun. Like I was going out a lot. Um, God, and I missed it. Oh Jesus Christ! Now I just need to slow down. I've been doing it, going out too much. Notice I've been drinking a lot. Um, so I'm pausing. uh, Trying to get my life together. Let's see what else. What's new? Um, hmm. Damn, I don't even know when the last time I posted. My sister got married. That was back in March. Um, Late March. No, it was like April 1st. That was when she got married. Went to New York. It was fun. Oh god, that was like my first travel thing in like a while because it's fucking COVID. Um, Paranoid the whole time. I was scared. I was. It was just I was very anxious just to do it. This here. Oh, so here's the thing. So my mom and my sister went a day earlier, and I was like, okay, no, it's cheaper to fly out this day, so fucking, you know me. Um, So I got the cheaper flight. The flight was like, I forgot, fuck, what time was the flight? Flight was like at 7 a.m. And I had to be there at like, no, it was early. I had to be there, I went there super early, okay? And no one was home because they went out earlier. And it was like, I remember thinking, all right, no, it's 11 p.m. right now. I could go to sleep. No, it was like midnight. I was like, I could go to sleep, but I have to wake up in like 3 hours, to get to the airport. I was like, fuck it. I'll just stay up all night. I'll try to sleep on the plane, which is a huge mistake because I'm a big guy. There's no way, like, unless it's first class or you sit in an emergency seat, there's no way I'm fucking sleeping on that fucking plane. I need to be like passed out drunk, and I wasn't gonna do that. So I was like, okay, no one's here to wake me up. If I miss this flight, I'm fucked. So I just stayed up all night, which was it was a mistake too, but it was better. It was the best option out of the two mistakes. Because I know I did not want to pay for another flight. I wasn't missing this flight. And I haven't traveled in a while. I haven't flown on a plane. I was kind of the whole thing made me anxious, going through security and shit. I'm like, God. And this was the first time I brought my camera. So this was like the first time I was bringing it's not professional, like a nice camera on the plane, and like it's in my carry-on, and I don't know. I was just being obnoxious. So I was just like thinking all this. I think, oh fuck, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna say? So yeah. Where was I going with this? Oh fuck. Oh yeah. So that was fun. I got no sleep. That whole trip was great, but it was very minimum sleep. As soon as I got there, I wanted to I took the I didn't want to again. I didn't want to pay a taxi or an Uber. I took the subway, and not just because I didn't want to spend the money. I could have taken an Uber, but I wanted to. I don't know. It's New York, I guess taxis are very a New York thing, but I don't know. I was this trip to New York. I've been to New York a few times, but this trip to New York, I wanted to kind of explore it myself a little bit, be a part of it, not a visitor, if that makes sense, So I took the subway, which was great. I had such the subway ride. I was half past tired. I was on the subway going to my sister's house, looking at my phone, I think I got know my way. Yeah, I think I remember, this stop, blah, blah, blah. I think I got it. I got to transfer here, blah, blah, blah. It's really easy, it could be intimidating sometimes. It's a little hard to find the subway stops, the right subway station because they intersect. You have to be in the right platform. That could be confusing. But otherwise, it's really, really simple and easy. But yeah, I was on the subway. Forget what time it was, but I had this huge regret because I loved street performers, and I loved it when they get on the subway, and then there was these the dancers that you typically see in those New York videos, and it's oh fuck, I wanted to take a picture, but I wasn't quick enough to get my camera, or I was just so tired or flabbergasted with the whole thing. I wish I took some photos. I was I should have done it. And then my whole thinking throughout the whole trip is I'm gonna ride the subway a ton. I'm here for a week. I'm gonna ride the subway a ton. I'm gonna find another opportunity to do that. Didn't happen, and it I'm just shit. Should have done it. I should have just whipped out my camera. I was also a little paranoid too because I didn't want my camera to get jacked. I remember jacked, not strong and ripped or anything. Jacked as in stolen. I don't do people still say that? Is that a generational thing? People not say people got jacked. I got jacked. It sounds like I'm getting really, really buff. But no, that's not, when I say I was afraid to get jacked, I was afraid to get robbed. So I was a little timid to take my camera out, but that was a great trip. I did have like a lot of time by myself, just like exploring by myself. I took some great photos. I wish I took, I don't know. I wish I took more. I wish I knew the good spots to take photos. I mean, street photography is very it's hard, but you just have to find those right places and right moments. I feel like I didn't have enough time. I felt like I was rushed each day. Like I had time, like certain days, but never like a whole day, you know, to dedicated to street photography. Like go like, oh, I have this amount of hours to do some, and then I have like family shit I got to go to. So I was there for my sister's wedding, so. But yeah, it was fun. It was a really great trip. Really great. Oh, the wedding was beautiful. It was great to hang out with the family. Our half brother came, and we aren't really that close. There's like a really huge age gap. Not to call him old or anything, because I'm pretty old. I'm getting up there. But there is a huge age gap, and we never lived in the city at the same time, or even if we did, I guess I was just like a baby. So I've like seen him like two handfuls of times in my life. But he's a really cool guy, you know. We like that we actually like this was like a first like bonding thing that we had. It was great, like I don't know, it kind of just like reminded me of my dad. So it was nice. It was good to like I have brothers, from friends that I've known since kindergarten. They're my brothers. But it's weird to not weird, like weird in a good way, to actually have an actual brother, So it's cool. We bonded. We talked a lot about film. We joked around. He's in industry too, more so than I am. I'm kind of just like a documenter. Documenter. Who the fuck? I work the camera. I don't do anything really too fancy. I help set up for interviews. Documenter. What the fuck am I talking about? But no, yeah, it was he knows a lot more people in the biz. And we just kept talking. It was good. It was like I can't believe we have this much in common, and we never really, chatted as much. Got to know each other as well. Even like same sense of humor too. And I thought, I always thought like, no, it's a thing where like humor, it's not like hereditary or anything, right? So how do we still have the same sense of humor after like it's kind of weird without growing up, in the same environment or with each other, you know what I mean? But no, he's hilarious. I love him. But yeah, it was good to hang out with everybody together. It was nice, like my sisters, my mom, my brother. Yeah. And just being in New York, just being, I guess, just being not confined to one city, I guess. That was like that was the first trip post COVID. So it was I had a blast. I ventured out for myself. Like I was like, oh yeah, how much time before the family dinner, so, and I got to see some things, drink places, meet new people. Yeah, the last 2 nights I hung out with a friend that lived out there. It was fun. Yeah. Definitely definitely can't wait to do it again. Yeah, I like New York. I like the vibe. I would I don't know. I've always wanted to live there. I don't know if I still could. I mean, I could, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to focus more on some shit. You know, I don't think there's anything for me career-wise over there, unless SNL wants to hire me as a writer. Now I've been writing a lot actually this past, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. I'm working on a script. Really liked it. Took me a long time to actually develop. Jesus Christ. Like 2 months of just like trying to develop the story, the plot. It's fucking hard, man. 2 months. And then I got busy with work. It was like the busy season for like a month or so. And then I'm still writing, doing rewrites. I got it copyrighted, which was cool. I'm glad I did it. I just don't know what to do next. Like, what the fuck do I do now? Like, I put it on the blacklist. No one's reading. I have to pay for someone to read it. I thought like people were like, posting up their scripts, like, and some people will be like, oh yeah, I'll check this out, blah blah blah. No, you pay for someone to read it, so I'm not gonna do that. I don't know what do I do. If anybody knows what I should do, like, well, who do I send it to? Do I just send it to random managers, like script, agencies with managers? I still don't know how this works. But no, I'm still doing rewrites. It's turning out way better. There was like a huge roadblock, and I was kind of freaking out because I was like gonna give up on writing it because it didn't work. Like, why the fuck did he do this? Like, why would anybody do this? Like, it was a mess. Like the first 2 months, oh my god. And those weren't even just like that was just like the basic story plot, like just outlining it. I should have just outlined it because I didn't really outline it. I don't really like outlining that much, even though I try to outline. Up there's like my outlining board. But I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just not for me. I guess other different writers have different processes, but I kind of just like writing a scene and let that scene develop into something big, and then build a story around that scene, knowing the story in my head, but just like thinking of one scene and builds the story. Construct this story off that one scene. It's nice. I mean, like, I'm just like, it took me a while to actually, put everything together and to make it makes sense. But it works. It works now. There's a few things like minor tweaks, but like the bulk of it is done. But yeah, just keep rewriting it, which is good. Like when you first write the draft, well, at least for me, the dialogue is not good. Yeah. I'm just writing just to progress the story, just so I can finish and have, the first draft, like, oh, this is their motivation. That's what they're trying to do. And this is the result, the dialogue isn't as important. I just want to get the story down. I want to get the story locked, the events locked, and then I'll work on the dialogue later. That's how, that's how I do it. I don't know if that's good, but rewriting dialogue, God, that was another month. I'm still rewriting it, actually. It's weird. I do love it though. Like, it's frustrating though, because like, it takes a while for you to get a feel for those characters, Now these characters definitely have more personality than to when I just had the concept in my head. Before, everyone kind of sounded the same, and they still kind of do a little bit, but that's on purpose. But yeah, no, there's definitely a distinction between the characters now, and it's great. It's great. I like where it's going. I'm stoked about it. Hopefully, I mean, like, yeah, I would love to get this made. I would love to be the showrunner. But even if I use it as just as a sample, if someone wants to hire me as a writer, that would be great. Um, then yeah, L.A. I guess would be the. I brought that up because of L.A. or New York. You know, I don't know. I don't know if there's a ton of writing jobs, screenwriting jobs in New York. You know, so like it just makes more sense for me to stay in California. Um, as much as I love it out there. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm working right now on this. I changed this whole scene. It was like when I was rewriting the dialogue was just so corny. Oh, so someone had mentioned to me a couple months ago, or like last month, September, that they mentioned that. How do I say this? So we were just listening to the radio. It was a bunch of like old jams, you know, classic hip hop. And I was just like, oh fuck, like yeah, we're fucking old, you know. And I don't know. We were just talking about concerts, and I think I mentioned like, oh, I hella wanted to go to there was a show with Ja Rule and Ashanti, and she was like, wow, yeah. Like yeah, that sounds like you. Like I don't know. It's like oh yeah, you would kind of thing. I was like what do you mean? Like yeah, doesn't everybody love like Ja Rule and Ashanti? And she was like yeah, but like you especially, you have that vibe about you. It's like very, you know, romantic kind of songs, but it's like hip hop. You know, they're very, you know, it's about love most of the time. Those two. And I was like, oh fuck, you're right. And she got that also because we also had a list of movies that we liked, and I was leaning a lot more on the romance side, and I know I always leaned more towards romance. Um, but like not, I didn't realize it was so heavy. I leaned so heavy that you know, someone points it out. You know, like, oh yeah, of course, yeah, you Ja Rule and Shanti, yeah. Um, that was funny. So I mentioned that because the dialogue was just really corny and like too romantic. And when she pointed that out to me, I was like, oh yeah, you know what? It's funny you say that because I've been trying to fix the dialogue in my fucking script because it is a little too Hallmark movie ish. Yeah, so I'm fixing it, and it's a lot better. A lot better. So I had to cut a whole scene because it was just too lovey dovey. And I made it. Oh God, it was weird because I had this idea for it when I was sleeping, and I wrote it on my I put it in the notes on my phone. I completely forgot about it too. So that was like a while ago, and then I'm like continuing rewriting the script, and then I got to that point. I was like, oh yeah, what am I gonna do with this fucking scene? Like it's so lovey dovey. Like I hate it. You know, it's so corny. It's so Hallmark. So I struggled. Like it took me 2 days of just like trying to rewrite it, thinking, fuck, you know, what the fuck am I gonna do? And then I was like looking at my phone because I also write jokes on my phone, things that I think that are funny. And then I saw it. I was like, oh yeah, I was gonna cut this whole scene and do this instead and add so much more drama. Like it just works, and it got me excited for the script again. You know, like there are times where you just want to fucking give up. Like this isn't working. What the fuck am I doing? And then once you figure it out like how it could work, it's like it's one of the best feelings in the fucking world. Like I can't like it's just like oh like it's a puzzle that fits so perfectly, but it took you so long to fucking think of, and then when the puzzle piece finally comes, you're just like oh shit, fucking fits. All right. I've been rambling on for too long. I haven't done this. Oh, and it's fucking asleep. Jesus Christ. The fuck do I do again? Ah, yeah, there you go. Fucking noob. Look at this fucking noob trying to come back, do podcasts and camera cuts up. Yeah, alright, I'm done. I'm hungry. Anyways, yeah, I used to sign off with something stupid that my friend always said, everything in moderation, even in moderation. Which I still find is true. Yeah, you should definitely do that. But, also be mindful. That phrase can get you into a lot of trouble. It's a very dangerous line to walk on. So, I don't know. You guys have a good one. Fuck you. Not fuck you. Fuck it. All right. Peace.